Hey everyone, today's video is going to cover what Darth Nihilus would do if he had returned during the Clone Wars. So check out the first part to see how I think he would have returned. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Let's jump into part 2 of what if Darth Nihilus returned. Hollow reports would bring news of the overnight destruction of Count Dooku's homeworld of Sereno. It didn't make sense that the Count's planet would be devastated the way it was. Actually, it didn't make sense at all. Overnight, Sereno had been reduced to a barren wasteland where no life existed. In addition, planets throughout the Outer Rim were going dark. They were being consumed by the resurrected Darth Nihilus as he made his way through the galaxy, consuming the life of planets. Now, it's important to note that even during the Old Republic era, Nihilus did not really care about the cause of the Sith. Despite aligning himself with the Sith, his only real allegiance was his own hunger for power. Upon returning, this goal would remain the same. Nihilus had taken over the body of Count Dooku, and though Dooku's body had not been corrupted by a devastating super weapon like his original body had, Nihilus's spirit still hungered for power. As Nihilus made his way through the galaxy, he used his incredible power to assemble a fleet of old starships he found at the site of a Clone War battle. In the Old Republic days, Nihilus used the Force to lift his starship the Ravager from the destruction of Malachor V. This was the planet that he was on when the mass shadow generator was activated, creating a wound in the Force within Nihilus. Nihilus then reprogrammed the battle droids found on these ships to serve him. The benefit to the droid crew was that they were completely obedient and fulfilled their programmed duties without any real oversight on Nihilus's end. This allowed the Sith Lord to focus on finding his next well of power to drink from. The drawback to the droids was that they provided no immediate source of energy to consume, as they were not living beings. Nihilus redubbed his pieced-together separatist dreadnought the Ravager II in honor of his past. The Dark Lord of Hunger had everything he needed to continue his quest to consume all life and energy in the galaxy. And because Nihilus had no allegiance other than his own hunger, both Republic and Separatist controlled worlds were the targets of Nihilus's hunger. On Coruscant, the Jedi Council was unaware of what or who they were facing in the Outer Rim. They only knew that a hunk of junk fleet was carving a path of destruction through some smaller Outer Rim worlds. The only known survivor so far was a pilot who had been on his way to the planet of Kularin to fuel up on his way to Tatooine. The pilot described what he saw as more than death and destruction. It was an absence of life. It was clear that the experience had shaken this pilot. Though many Jedi were occupied with the war, the Council would send Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Ahsoka Tano to investigate this unknown but growing threat. Arriving at what was left of Kularin, the Jedi detected no signs of life. The planet was dark, but soon they saw a small cluster of what looked like separatist ships gathering just beyond the planet's surface. It appeared that these ships no longer functioned, or barely functioned, so Anakin unknowingly piloted their shuttle toward Darth Nihilus's Ravager II. The Jedi trio boarded the ship without issue. Nihilus could sense that they were Jedi, and allowed them to board his ship. His anger rose as he remembered the Jedi who had destroyed his original body. He would deal with these new Jedi swiftly and personally. Back on Coruscant, in the Chancellor's office, Palpatine looked out his great window that overlooked the city. He could sense an abnormal shift in the dark side. Arrival. Palpatine called to his aide, Mas Amida, and requested his ship be prepared for a personal trip. Alright everyone, that was the end of part 2. I will finish this up in part 3, where we'll take a look at the confrontation between the Jedi and Darth Nihilus. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to do that so that you don't miss out on the conclusion of this fan fiction. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.